Hello friends, today I'll talk about a very important conjunction, that is of Moon and Rahu. And this conjunction must be analyzed very critically, not only from the horoscope, but also from the results which are coming in a person's life, because the results are the reality and the intensity of the results will tell us what kind of effect is coming. Because the Rahu Ketu conjunctions are difficult to analyze as it is because very less literature is available on these two planets. Second issue is that Rahu and Ketu are always retrograde, that is, they are always moving backwards in degrees, whereas Moon is always moving forward in degrees. So how the effect comes, like I've shown in the board here, we will find that if, let us say, Moon is at 5 degrees, lesser degrees, and Rahu is at 10 degrees. So Rahu from 10 degrees is moving backwards, that is 10 degrees, 9, 8, 7, like this, and Moon is moving forward 5 degrees, 6 degrees, 7 degrees, like this. So both these planets are moving towards each other. But when they are reversed, now we'll find Rahu at 5 degrees and Moon at 10 degrees. So Rahu is moving backwards 5, 4, 3, 2, and Moon is moving forward 10, 11, 12, like this. So both the planets are moving away from each other. So you would have realized that with same degree difference of 5 degrees, in case the planets are moving towards each other, the intensity may be much more as compared to when they are moving away from each other with the same degree difference. Also, we must know that the intensity of results increases as the degree difference between the two planets reduces. And how does that happen is that less than 5 degrees, the intensity keeps on increasing, especially when they come around 3 degrees, and if they are in the same nakshatra, then the intensity increases very much, because not only are they very close to each other, but they are also affecting the planet together in whose nakshatra they are sitting. As the difference of degrees increases more than 10 degrees, the results will become quite less, about 10 to 15%, and slowly as the degree difference keeps on increasing, the results continue to reduce and become nil after some time. Next thing we must know is, we must know the basic indications that will come in our day-to-day life, so that we can know these indications, we can keep a lookout for them and see what kind of results are coming and take precautionary or remedial measures. For example, in our day-to-day life regarding our relations, in case Moon is giving a malefic influence, then the effect may come on mother. And when Rahu is giving a malefic influence, the effect may come on in-laws. Similarly, in our house, when Moon is giving a bad effect, in that case the paint of the house will begin to peel off. And in case Rahu is giving a malefic influence, there will be a seepage in the house, and most likely from the roof side, because Rahu represents the roof also. So we must keep a sharp lookout for these indications, because indications may come much before the actual results come, so that we can take precautionary measures. Looking at the other significations, when we look at Rahu, we must understand that Rahu is the portion above the neck. The mythological story I have covered in the previous video on Rahu, Moon and Ketu conjunction. So Rahu is above the neck. Above the neck portion has got two main portions which are significant to this conjunction. One is the brain part of it, and second is the mouth. Rahu represents not the brain but the waves which are running inside the brain. And because Rahu is a planet of suddenness, we will have these sudden brain waves coming inside our mind. And next thing, because it is a smoky planet, there will be a lot of confusion in the mind of the person as to what to do, and therefore the person will most likely take wrong decisions. All the decisions may go bad, and it can affect the career of the person, etc. also. The next aspect is the mouth. Rahu has the mouth, but it does not have any stomach. So it wants to eat a lot of things, but its stomach never gets fulfilled. The meaning of this is that the person under the effect of Rahu will want to achieve or attain or get all the things which are signified by the house in which Rahu is sitting, and the person will never be satisfied. His hunger will never be fulfilled because Rahu does not have any stomach. So therefore Rahu gives a kind of obsession to the mind about anything, and this obsession can be, for example, a person will get fixated on a particular idea and they will say, no, this idea is the idea which is right. What I am saying is absolutely right. And later on they will realize that what they were doing was actually wrong, but by then a lot of harm has already been done. Other things which we must see about these, I have written the significations, some of the significations which are relevant to this conjunction on the board. You can take a screenshot or a photo of this for future reference. What is written in red, these are the significations of Rahu, and the green and blue color are for moon. So we will see when we look at moon and Rahu, the first signification, moon is a soft planet, it's a delicate planet, it's a feeble planet, it has a nurturing nature. But when we look at Rahu, Rahu is a malefic energy, it's very powerful and it's a very hard and a harsh planet. So these two energies don't really mix. So mostly we'll find that the results of this conjunction will not be good. However, the conjunction results can also be good a number of times, and both these times good and bad results will find, the results will be in extremes. Another signification is, I have written royal and legal. What it means is that like Sun is considered the king of all planets and Moon is considered the mother of all planets, and Moon is considered the queen. So the queen is a royal person and she wants to do everything in a legal way. But Rahu is smoke, it is cheat, it causes fraud, it causes deception. So once again, these two do not mix. So the emotions and mind of the person will get obsessed, will take wrong decisions, and there can be fraud and deception to the person. Other significations when we look at these two planets in our day-to-day life, Moon represents water and wealth and Rahu represents elephant. I have written these significations together here because it is easier to understand. Moon representing water means Moon represents all kind of water bodies, rivers, lakes, oceans, seas, etc. And Moon represents liquids, and we talk that Moon also represents liquid cash and therefore the wealth of the person. Now Rahu is an elephant. Now in case we consider Moon to be a river, and river is very small and the elephant sits in that river, then it will block the river. Therefore Rahu has blocked Moon in case Moon is not very strong, and what will happen here is now the person does not know which way to go. Once again the decisions go bad. But in case the river is very big, then we will see an elephant taking a bath in a river, which all of us have seen, and it's quite a beautiful sight. What it means from the wealth part of it is that when one signification is good, the other also will be good. That means the river of wealth of the person. If the river is big, the person will have a lot of wealth. But in case the person has less wealth or poverty, in that case we can take it that negative effects of this conjunction are coming. Other significations when we look at these two planets are that Moon represents travels, especially overseas travels, because Moon is a watery planet. For example, if we are going from India to Nepal, we are going over land. But if we go from India to Sri Lanka, we are going over seas. So this kind of overseas travel will be represented by Moon. And Rahu is a foreign energy. It's an alien energy. It signifies all things foreign, foreign connections, foreign things, foreign culture. So Rahu, when combined with Moon, can give a travel abroad, outside. It can also give settlement, especially if this conjunction is in 3rd, 9th or 12th house, which are connected to travels, going away from home, long travels and foreign countries. Then these things can happen. One more signification is I have written obese. We must connect here to the in-laws. In case the effect of Rahu is bad, we will find that there may be a very obese person, a very fat person in the in-laws of the person whose horoscope it is. And that should be one of the indications that the bad effects of this conjunction are coming. When the conjunction comes, we will find that Ketu also gets affected because Rahu is the head of the serpent and Ketu is the tail of the serpent. And tail goes where the head takes it. And so, in case Rahu is bad, then the things signified by Ketu also will suffer, like the childbirth for the person, or medical issues like urinary troubles, or having some kind of problems in the lower part of the legs. However, the serpent itself or the snake is represented by Saturn. So, in case Saturn is good, in that case the results of this conjunction will generally be good. Also, because Rahu is affecting the brain part of it, so in case the Mercury of the person is very strong, that means the intelligence of the person is good. In that case, the person may be able to overcome the bad effects. The effects of this conjunction will last till about 42 to 45 years of age, and thereafter the planets mature and the results begin to wear off. Also, Rahu can give skin issues in this conjunction, and these skin issues may become especially intense when the person is 21 years or 42 years of age. The results of the conjunction overall, when we look at them, what will happen is, because the person is getting very emotionally attached to the other person. So when we look at the 7th house, the person will be very obsessive about marriage. And 7th house, Moon and Rahu also indicate that there may be a lot of problem with the in-laws or for the in-laws. When the conjunction comes in the 5th house, which is the house of love affairs, there the person will get obsessed about the love affairs. 8th house is the house of our troubles, problems. So a lot of mental stress is going to be there in the 8th house. Also, the 8th house is also the house of our external sexual organs. And 12th house is the house of our bed pleasures. So in these two houses, this conjunction can give illicit affairs, relations, sexual relations for the person. In the 8th house, which represents research also, this conjunction may become very good for research work. In the 10th house and 11th house, once again, in case the conjunction is good, it will be extremely good for the career of the person, and the person can also go into politics. In the 4th house, because the 4th house represents mother, there may be some issues to the mother. As per Lal Kitab, when we read the Lal Kitab, it is said that in the first to 6 houses, there may be an issue with the mother's health. Like, for example, if in the first house, then in the first year of the person's life, there may be a problem with the mother's health. Similarly, in the second house, in the second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, and sixth year. But from 7th to 12th house, there may not be so much an issue or danger medically to the mother. However, when the danger comes, it will come to the mother and the owner of the horoscope together. Looking at the medical part of it, Moon representing the chest area, we'll find in case the conjunction is in the 6th house, the person may have problems of cough, cold, these related things. I hope you would have understood the basics of Moon and Rahu conjunction. In case you have any suggestions, please put them in the comment box, or in case you have experienced the results of this conjunction, please put them in the comment box so that others also can gain from your experience. See you in the next video. Thank you.